We all know the drill. You pull out your phone on a Tuesday, you scroll through your contacts, you see the guys you went to school with, colleagues, that one friend you promised to grab a beer with 6 months ago. You fire off a text. Hey man, long time. We should get the guys together for dinner soon. And then you wait. You get a thumbs up emoji. You get a for sure. Let's look at the dates. Then you enter the calendar purgatory. One guy is busy with the kids. Another guy just ghosts the group chat altogether. A few years ago, I tried to fix this. I started to organize men's nights. I'd book a table, send out the invites, and try to herd the cats. When it worked, it was fantastic. We had great food, even better conversation. For a few hours, it felt like we had a real community. But here's the problem. It was all on me. It was subject to the chaos of everyone's extremely hectic schedules. Slowly, inevitably, the gaps between dinners got longer. Cancellations got more frequent. I realized something. I didn't need more friends. I didn't need better organizational skills. I needed a structure. I needed an institution that had already solved the problem of getting men into a room together. That's why I became a Freemason. I'm Brother Forrester, and this is the Brotherly Love Podcast. When I was running those ad hoc dinners, the biggest enemy was the maybe. In the modern world, maybe is the default answer to everything. We keep our options open. We wait for a better offer. Freemasonry destroys the maybe. In the craft, we have what's called a stated meeting. Under the Grand Lodge of Canada, and pretty much every regular jurisdiction in the world, this isn't a suggestion, it's a mandate. My lodge meets on the same day, at the same time, every single month. Second Friday. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, whether I feel like it or not. This regularity does something powerful. It turns hanging out into a discipline. It stops being about whether you have free time and starts being about making time. And then there's the food. Masons have always been obsessed with food. I'm the junior warden of my lodge, and I can tell you, these guys can't eat. At the end of our meetings, we have what's called a festive board. Now, that sounds fancy, like we're eating pheasant with Henry VIII. But really, it's just dinner. Sometimes it's roast beef or jerk chicken. Sometimes it's pizza. But the menu isn't the point. The point is that breaking bread isn't an afterthought. It's part of the ritual. It's where the actual work of brotherhood happens. You can't really hate a man if you've just passed him a beer. So I traded the chaos of a group chat for a calendar that hasn't changed in 300 years. Suddenly, I wasn't alone on a Friday night anymore. But it wasn't just about scheduling. It was about who was in the room. If you've ever followed any of my posts on social media for a good while, or if we've spoken in private, you know I've been worried about the status of men for a long time. There is a demise of men happening, right? You can see it in the stats. Suicide rates, dropout rates, loneliness epidemics. But you can also just feel it. There's a confusion about what it means to be a man today. Are we supposed to be stoic? Are we supposed to be sensitive? Are we toxic by default? I wanted a space that didn't apologize for being male. Freemasonry is a fraternity of men. Full stop. I know in 2026 that's a controversial statement. We're told that everything should be for everyone. I believe there's a specific magic that happens when men gather alone. It changes the dynamic. The posturing drops. The need to perform for the other sex disappears. The lodge becomes a sanctuary. We have this motto, making good men better. I love that line because it clarifies what we aren't. We aren't a reform school. If you're a bad guy, we don't want you. Goodbye. We can't fix you. But if you're a good man, a man who pays his bills, loves his family, tries to do right, but you feel like you're drifting, we're a gym for your character. We rest on three pillars: brotherly love, relief, and truth. Brotherly love is about tolerance and respect. Relief is about charity, not just writing a check, but actually helping a brother who is down. Truth is about integrity. I joined because I wanted to be around men who took those words seriously. I wanted to be in a room where honor wasn't an old-fashioned punchline. Now, if I could pivot a bit, let's talk about some of the nerdy stuff. If you know me, you know I'm a lifelong learner. PhD in linguistics and professor at a university, and I love a good debate. I love digging into the ideological assumptions behind the music. I'm the guy at the party asking you why you believe what you believe. Hopefully you don't run away from me. So you'd think I joined Freemasonry to argue about politics, right? Wrong. One of the first things you learn is that we have two forbidden subjects in the lodge: religion, politics. At first glance, that seems counterintuitive for an intellectual society. If we're trying to make men better, shouldn't we be debating the heavy stuff? But here's the insight I've gained. We don't avoid these topics because we're afraid of them. Avoid them to keep peace and harmony. The lodge isn't where you go to argue about the world. It's where you go to get the tools to understand it. We describe Masonry as a peculiar system of morality, veiled in allegory and illustrated by symbols. We study the liberal arts and sciences: grammar, rhetoric, logic, geometry, astronomy, music. Think of it like this: the lodge teaches you how to think, not what to think. It teaches you how to build a logical argument. It teaches you how to listen to a man you completely disagree with without losing your temper. So when I leave the lodge and go back into the real world, back to social media, back to the political arena, I'm better equipped to handle it. I'm sharper, I'm calmer. It's a philosophical dojo. We practice on symbols so we don't bleed in the streets. Finally, I want to talk about the clothes. One of the things that I've come to notice is that I like wearing a suit. Since the pandemic, I kind of adopted a uniform at work. 2 suits, 4 turtleneck shirts. It's simple, it works, and I've been rocking it since 2023. People ask me, why do Freemasons play dress up? Why the tuxedos? Why the colors? Isn't that a bit elitist? Actually, it's the exact opposite. We don't dress up to show off. We dress up to cover up. When you walk into a lodge, you leave your status at the door. I don't care if you're the CEO of a Fortune 500 company or if you fix HVAC systems for a living. I don't care if you drive a Bentley or you take the bus. When we put on that suit, we flatten the hierarchy. We meet, as we say, on the level. But the suit isn't even the real uniform. The real uniform is the apron. Every Mason, from the youngest into the apprentice to the Grand Master of Canada, wears a white lambskin apron. It's a badge of a Mason. It's older than the golden fleece or the Roman eagle. It covers the front of your suit, and it symbolizes innocence and the dignity of labor. It reminds us that we are workers. We are builders. When I look around the lodge room, I don't see rich men or poor men. I see brothers wearing the same badge that I'm wearing. That visual reminder of equality is powerful. It forces you to judge a man by his internal character, not his external bank account. So why did I become a Freemason? Because I was tired of the ad hoc life. I wanted consistent brotherhood. I wanted a place that valued masculinity instead of pathologizing it. I wanted a place to sharpen my mind without losing my temper. And yeah, I wanted a good reason to wear my suit. If you're listening to this and you feel that same lack of structure, if you feel like you're drifting through your weeks without a deeper connection to other men, don't just sit there. Look up the Grand Lodge of Canada in the province of Ontario or whatever jurisdiction you live in. Find a lodge, send an email. We've been meeting on the level for 300 years. We saved a seat for you. This is the Brotherly Love Podcast. Let's get to work.